let's get a little deeper on this. That's the reason why I have the shades. What when was the last time you had a moment of self-doubt?
Self-doubt. Honestly, this year when my mother passed away, you know,
Okay.
just doubted myself as far as, um, you know, am I gonna be able to continue? I think I made her proud, So am I gonna be able to continue making her proud? And what does that look like now that I don't have her there for that reaction and all that, or to show her?
All right.
Um, and just yeah, like what's next in my life, and finding that why or that purpose, like,
All
what
right.
am I doing this for? So
It's pretty good, yeah.
yeah.
For me, I think the last time I had a moment of self-doubt was when between 2021 and 2022, that was probably one of the worst years of my personal and professional life.
Hmm.
I had never worked as much as I did. I was working around the clock. Lindsay had just moved in, right, with me to Abu Dhabi. She was there during the pandemic, when it was online remote working. So I had not the pressures of a relationship, but somebody was living with me. I was working all the time. I was eating terribly. So I gained like 40 pounds. I was real big at the time. And I was like, can I keep doing this? Like, can I be the best boyfriend, the best professional, the best person to myself? And I just let myself go, and like
Mm.
the professional part,
But that pandemic weight was real,
that
man.
that pandemic rate was real, right? Could I be the best professional? And thank God I had someone like Lindsay there, because she got me through a lot of those moments of self-doubt, right? I was always pretty confident in myself as a professional to be able to get through any obstacles, but man, like I was away from my family. Pandemic here, it was shut all the way down
Yeah.
in Abu Dhabi. And it was just me and Lindsay in an apartment for long stretches of time. And we didn't have a community here, right? This is before you and I
Oh,
even met,
okay.
right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, one of our earlier episodes from last season was about how finding that community here. For me, bro, like it was a struggle for me it's a struggle still to still find people that are like-minded in this place. And there's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with the UAE. I just feel like, the people I've come across personally are just on a different time.
Yeah.
Either they're still in the streets looking for something, either they're not trying to work as hard,
Yeah.
whatever. They want to dip and dabble in other industries, other illicit industries or whatever. But that's not really the time I'm on. I'm really about wanting to improve myself,
Yeah.
right? And there's cats out here. I'm gonna make my one joke of the day. So I'm going through Instagram, and somebody was celebrating their 29th birthday. I swear to God, I thought this guy was 39. I swear to you, bro.
People
I
are looking old
swear,
out
yo,
here. I
man.
don't
The thing
know,
is that
man.
people don't like to talk about that when
People
they come to
burn
the
out.
UAE. They
People
burn
burn
out.
out.
They leave with receding hairlines, smaller bank
Hmm.
accounts, and they look 3 to 5 years older than
Hmm.
what their actual age is.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing. I'm not. This hairline's not receding.
Yeah.
This face is going to keep glowing,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to age in a matter of months while I'm out here, right? So for me, I just want people who improve me, who encourage me, who motivate me. And during that time, there was such a lack thereof of that.
Yeah.
Just externally, not what was going on in my house with Lindsay. It was fine with Lindsay, but it was just a struggle, bro.
Okay.
Let me give you a story. So at one point, I was interviewing for an in-house job, right, during that time. And there was a guy who I thought was my friend, who worked at this company. I won't say what the company is because what they did was dirty.
Hmm.
And I went through the whole interview process, 4 rounds of interviews. I went out of my way. So I was meeting them in Dubai, meeting them anywhere they wanted me to meet them,
Yeah.
any time of the day. Went through the 4 rounds. They loved me. They gave me the job offer. Job offer came with one number. They had a sort of like a schedule of benefits. It came with a different number. And I
Okay.
called them out and I said, look, this number is different than this number. And the guy I was coordinating with said, I don't know what you're talking about. I think internally they messed it up.
Yeah.
They gave me something. There was a miscommunication internally. What's up? The guy who I thought was my friend was like, oh man, that sucks. Let me find out what's going on. They rescinded the offer from me, took it away from the table.
Yeah.
I never heard from the guy since.
Wow. But this is someone you met.
Met here.
Okay.
I met here and I hung out with him.
Okay.
Met his wife or his future wife.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And that kind of gave me a sort of insight as to how fickle people are. I mean, we're
Yeah.
experiencing that here just with the
Yeah,
podcast, right?
exactly.
So we realized that more people are like that rather than being open and honest about themselves. You could have
Yeah.
just been like, yo, man, it's just not going to work out because of this, that, or the other, right?
Yeah.
But it was just a lot easier for that person to ghost me than
Mhm.
to just tell me the truth. So that made me doubt myself a little bit. Like, yo, is there something wrong with me? Like, what's going on? Right? Like,
Yeah.
at that time, I just felt like, wow, like I have no direction in my life right now because I was prepared to leave my job to go to this in-house job and whatever it may be. But it ended up not working out for the best
Yeah.
because that would have caused me to leave the UAE earlier. I would never met you.
Mhm.
We would have never done this podcast.
Yeah.
I would never had the opportunities that I personally have in my life now. So that was probably one of the worst moments of my life. And it ended up being probably one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes through the fire and through the darkness comes the light right after.
Yeah, there's a reason for everything. So, and there's a purpose for things. It's like, all right, this is not for you, but something else is gonna come up that's gonna align to what you need.
It's like when
And
it's like when the fashion guys tell you this ain't for you. When you go and they don't have your size, I don't ever try to force it. They don't got it, it's okay.